Councillor Howell, were you first? I think you were.
Thank you, Chair. I had this book, What Did We Do to Deserve This? Palestinian Life Under Occupation in the West Bank, published in 2007, and this has given me some insight. The Israeli-Palestinian situation has been subject to inaccurate reporting and misinformation for many years, so let's get some things straight. 70% of Gaza's population are refugees who have a legal right to return to live on land within Israel. Israel has, though, established Gaza as a prison and treats its population as subhuman. Under international law, Israel is a state, but the Palestinian territories are not. Gaza and the West Bank are illegally occupied by Israel. Palestinians have a right to resist occupation using weapons, but subject to international law. However, the massive asymmetry of military capability and non-statehood of the Palestinian territories mean that it is misleading to refer to acts of resistance and suppression as war. Palestinian resistance groups and the Israeli government have committed acts of terror, assassinations and indiscriminate killing in breach of international law over many years. But the Israeli government's power and influence have enabled to do it on a much greater scale and to engage in collective punishment. While Palestinian representatives, including Hamas, have indicated that they would accept a two-state solution, the Israeli government has never defined its own borders or accepted that the Palestinians have a right to their own state, and some Israeli ministers view all Palestinian territory as part of Israel. The lack of genuine engagement by Israel with a two-state solution and the oppressive nature of Israeli occupation has heightened the sense of despair and desperation amongst Palestinians and empowered Islamic militants. Western politicians still call for a two-state solution, but as most informed people know, unqualified support for Israel from the USA and UK has licensed Israel to steal so much land that a Palestinian state is no longer viable unless Israel withdraws hundreds of thousands of illegal settlers from the West Bank, which is unlikely. Israel has sought to protect its Jewishness by implementing an apartheid system in the West Bank and cutting off Gaza. It can no longer be considered democratic, as it denies Palestinians the right to vote for the politicians who exercise control over them. Netanyahu's government sought to obscure this democratic deficit by bolstering Hamas, which enabled it to claim Israel had no partner for peace. But by doing so, it helped to facilitate the recent slaughter of Israeli citizens. Why should the UK, as a tolerant, liberal, democratic country, support the discriminatory, oppressive and undemocratic state of Israel? If we have learned anything over the last century, it is that the promotion of ethnic, racial or religious division within states facilitates the rise to power of evil people. We need more than a ceasefire. Facts on the ground and the need for a just peace. I've got one sentence, thanks. Facts on the ground and the need for a just peace should dictate that unless Israel acts to remove settlements, Western governments promote the one-state solution, the development of a successor state to Israel, covering the whole of Palestine, that is committed to peace, harmony, respect and toleration, and gives equal rights to those belonging to any faith or none. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. That was a jolly long sentence, but thank you anyway.